Hi there. I'm really interested in learning about Tunisian history. Can you tell me about some famous Tunisian historical figures?
Of course. Tunisian history is rich and diverse, with many notable figures who have played significant roles. Let's start with some of the most prominent ones. First, there's Hannibal Barca, who was born in Carthage, which is in modern-day Tunisia. Hannibal was a brilliant military strategist and is most famous for his daring campaigns during the Second Punic War against Rome.
Hannibal Barca, I've heard of him. He's the one who led the Carthaginian army, including those famous war elephants, right?
That's right. Hannibal is known for his audacious crossing of the Alps with his army and those war elephants to attack Rome from the north. He won several impressive battles against the Roman Republic, such as the Battle of Cannae, which is considered one of the greatest tactical masterpieces in military history.
Wow, Hannibal sounds like quite the military genius. Who else should I know about from Tunisian history?
Another significant figure is Ibn Khaldun, who was born in Tunis in 1332. He was a renowned historian, scholar, and philosopher, often regarded as one of the founding figures of modern sociology and historiography.
Ibn Khaldun, interesting. What did he contribute to the field of sociology and historiography?
Ibn Khaldun's most famous work is the Muqaddimah or Prolegomena, a comprehensive study of history and society. In it, he developed the concept of asawiyya, which refers to the social cohesion and group solidarity that can lead to the rise and fall of civilizations. His ideas laid the groundwork for understanding the cyclical nature of history and the impact of social factors on the rise and decline of societies.
That's fascinating. It's amazing how his ideas are still relevant today. Are there any other historical figures from Tunisia who made significant contributions?
Absolutely. Habib Bourguiba is another key figure in Tunisian history. He played a crucial role in the country's struggle for independence from French colonial rule and served as Tunisia's first president after independence in 1956.
I've heard the name Habib Bourguiba before. What were some of his accomplishments as Tunisia's first president?
Bourguiba implemented a series of progressive reforms in Tunisia, including women's rights, education, and healthcare. He also pursued a policy of secularism and modernization. His leadership set Tunisia on a path of social and economic development, making it a model for other countries in the region.
That's impressive, especially the focus on women's rights. Are there any notable women from Tunisian history who made significant contributions?
Absolutely. One prominent Tunisian woman is Tawhida Ben-Cheikh. She was a pioneering doctor and one of the first Muslim women to earn a medical degree in France. She made substantial contributions to public health and medicine in Tunisia.
It's inspiring to hear about women breaking barriers in medicine. What kind of contributions did Tawhida Ben-Cheikh make to public health in Tunisia?
Dr. Tawhida Ben-Cheikh focused on improving healthcare access and maternal and child health in Tunisia. She was instrumental in establishing clinics and hospitals, particularly in rural areas, and her work significantly reduced maternal and child mortality rates.
That's incredible. It's always inspiring to learn about individuals who dedicated their lives to improving the well-being of their communities. Are there more figures you'd like to share?
Absolutely. There are many more notable figures from Tunisian history. One that comes to mind is Ibn Battuta, a famous traveler and explorer born in Tangier, Morocco, but whose travels brought him to Tunisia.
Ibn Battuta, the world traveler. What did he do in Tunisia during his journeys?
Ibn Battuta visited several North African and Tunisian cities during his travels in the 14th century. His writings provide valuable insights into the culture, society, and geography of the region during that time, making him an important historical source.
It's remarkable how his travels and writings have preserved the history of the places he visited. Are there any more contemporary figures you'd like to mention?
Certainly, one contemporary figure of note is Leila Ben Ali. She was the first lady of Tunisia during the presidency of her husband, Zine El Abidine Ben Ali, from 1987 to 2011.
I've heard that name in the context of the Arab Spring. Can you tell me more about her role during that period?
Leila Ben Ali faced significant controversy during the Arab Spring uprising in Tunisia. She and her family were accused of corruption and nepotism, which fueled public anger and protests. Ultimately, the Ben Ali regime was overthrown, and they fled the country.
The Arab Spring was a pivotal moment in recent history. It's interesting to see how individuals can play such significant roles during times of political change. Is there anyone else you'd like to mention?
Certainly, another significant figure is Habib Bourguiba Jr., the son of President Habib Bourguiba. He was a prominent diplomat and played a key role in shaping Tunisia's foreign policy, particularly during the era of his father's presidency.
It's intriguing how the Bourguiba family had such a lasting impact on Tunisia. What were some of Habib Bourguiba Jr.'s single quote diplomatic achievements?
Habib Bourguiba Jr. served as Tunisia's ambassador to the United States and the United Nations. He was instrumental in building diplomatic relations with various countries and advocating for Tunisia on the international stage, helping to secure its place in the global community.
That's impressive. It's clear that Tunisia has a rich history with many influential figures. I'd love to learn more about this fascinating country. Thanks for sharing these insights.
You're welcome! Tunisia's history is indeed rich and diverse, and these figures represent just a glimpse of the contributions and achievements that have shaped the nation. If you have more questions or want to delve deeper into any specific aspect of Tunisian history, feel free to ask.